Woo. That's beautiful, y'all. Look at that. This is why I love running. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on, runners? Welcome to this video. Today's run is 6 miles, and it is whatever like I want to rock it. So on runs like this, the notes are just kind of keep it, you know, between a level 4 and a 6 out of a scale of 10. So as long as I'm kind of running in that, I'm happy with that. So otherwise, we're gonna run it out. We're just gonna have an enjoyable run. The sun's out, the weather's nice. I'm a little sun-kissed from the last run. I did my run on Sunday. I didn't film it though, just because I was a little backed up on some videos I need to get at as well. But did a tempo run on Sunday, and we wore the Mountain Coast R1, which is another reason why I didn't film it, because that shoe just has so many videos on my channel. But I love that shoe so much. But today we are rocking the Mizuno NeoZen. Yes, sir. So, been a while, really wanted a soft ride and get some struts at the end, so I want to see how the shoe kind of does a little bit quicker paces, because I'm usually rocking this one at like a 9:30, so I want to see what it does at a quicker pace. Plus, I love this upper so much. This is a great upper as well. I wish more shoes would adopt this like booty upper. It's so nice. But yeah, figured I wanted to get into, got a comment yesterday about sharing some more of my running gear, clothing and the like, and was thinking about doing that, was just trying to see the perspective of the channel. But I did make a comment quickly in another video that I've been, and I made a short about it, like I've been trying to get my feet and body used to a zero drop minimalistic shoe. So a little update on that. I do have a few pairs of the Vivo barefoot shoes that I have been wearing. Yesterday was the longest I was able to wear them, so I feel like my foot is adapting to that. And I've been wearing some zero drop shoes, and how I've been doing it is I've been sprinkling it in throughout the day. So I have not been running in a zero drop shoe, and I think it might be a little bit longer until I get there, but we're slowly working our way there. But one of the changes that I made to get into this zero drop minimalistic barefoot is the Indingy toe socks, man. So these look weird, I'm not gonna lie. They're extremely annoying to put on, but they are awesome. I wear them in my everyday life and then also in my running life. I will say that they kind of like to get some holes in between the toes, so just be careful with that. I paid for them with my own money. I don't get anything sent to me. I will always let you guys know if and when that gets to happen, but I don't think it's happening anytime soon. But these are awesome because when you wear shoes with a wider toe box, so things like the Mountain Coast, things like the Ultra, things like the Topo, and I'm pretty sure there's a few other ones out there that I'm forgetting, but when you wear shoes like that, like the Vivo Barefoot, it gives your room, the point of a wide toe box is to give your toes room to splay out. But in a conventional sock, you're kind of restrained within that kind of width. With toe socks, you can let your feet splay out. I also been getting them because after a few runs, specifically after the New York City half marathon and a few runs after, I actually got some blisters on my toes, which never happened to me in my running. And I would take my sock off and I would feel like my toes were kind of on top of each other. So I made the switch to these ones probably about 2 to 2.5 weeks ago, the Indingy toe socks, and they're awesome. But I'm gonna have to cut the video to put them on because they're extremely annoying to put on, so bear with me a little bit. All right, y'all, and we are back. Yeah, so I like to comment. You guys could always like, comment, and subscribe, things that you want to, topics you want to hear me talk about, things like that. Like I said, I might not always have the latest and newest gear and all the newest sport watches and all that kind of stuff, but whatever I use for running, I'd be more than happy to share just to get more people into the sport. But yeah, so these Indingy toe socks have been changing my running because I feel like I could like feel my shoe more. It's just a little bit different. Plus, I'm not getting like my toes being red after a run or, you know, getting blisters anymore. So like I said, definitely weird to get used to at first, but after they're on and you start moving around, and if you wear them for a few days, you kind of forget, and it just feels like each individual toe is getting a little hug, which is nice. So yeah, 6 miles, Mizuno NeoZen. As far as like everything else, I'm just wearing a pair of, I'm a big Cam Hanes fan, if you guys can't tell from my shirt. So I have my Cam Hanes Speedland shirt on and the Cam Hanes Striker shorts. So excited to get some miles in. My last tempo run, y'all, I was pushing paces of 7:15 minute per mile for 10 minutes on and 5 minutes recovery jog. So I was super pumped about that, and my body recovered well from that too. So ticking down the days till the half marathon. I promise you guys I get the name of it, and I forgot the name of it, so I will eventually post it in one of these videos. But yeah, so a lot of things, you know, I'm definitely trying some new gear. So I like the toe socks, I like the minimalistic footwear and zero drop shoes. So I'll be, you know, whether it's a full video or updates in some short videos, I'll be doing that. But we're laced up. It's beautiful. I don't want to waste no more time. Let's get out there. Y'all come with me. Let's go. So yesterday I was thinking, okay, after my run, after my strides, I'll lace up the barefoot shoes and I'll run that little park trail, and I forgot the shoes at home. So we'll get it next time. But it is beautiful, y'all. It's heating up pretty quick, but it's so nice to be out here. Yesterday was the Boston Marathon. I got to see some of it. Des Linden's last race, professional race. So one day I'll make it to Boston. Not quite there yet, but we'll get there. And the crazy thing is you all are part along for the journey, because you're on your own journey. You have your own Boston in your mind. So keep working for that journey. It's not over yet. Come on. All right, runners, just over 5 miles in, and the pace is probably at a 9:20. I'm not looking at pace. Again, it was another day of just keeping the watch set to cadence and power, and I just want my power to be light and my cadence to be high. So like we said in the other video, all I keep saying to myself is light on the feet, light on the feet. That's what I keep repeating myself in my head. Like, I have headphones on right now, but I promise you they're paused. I'm not listening to anything besides my own thoughts in my head. And all this stems from slowly and gradually learning more about running, but also the last like week and a half to 2, this changing to a zero drop, getting rid of the cushion in my everyday stuff. Like, let's just say I'm going for a walk around the neighborhood. I'll wear the barefoots or the Lems or the Ultras, something to get me that zero drop. And it's transitioned very well into my running. I always had I always had cadence in the 175, but now my cadence is 180, sometimes more. And my power, which was usually averaging 350, 370, is now 300. So I'll take it. Like I said, the watch is, I said this in many of my videos, take the watch with a grain of salt. It's not accurate, but it gives you kind of a guide. And since I've been moving my running and focusing more on the cadence and power, I've been recovering better. So, but almost done, and we got some strides. Let's finish up. Yo, what's up, runners? 6 miles, welcome back. In the books. Hope you enjoyed your run. We're gonna recap a little bit about the run, talk a little bit about just everything that we did. But before I say that, like, I wanna make more videos like this, talking about my journey and, you know, just different running, training habits and everything. But I wanna set a disclaimer that I am not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a nutritionist. And I'm not gonna try to pretend to be one. This is a study of me and what works for me and how I feel my running has progressed throughout the years, right? So you guys will have to figure out what works for you, partner with a professional to figure out like a good running form, a good running strategy, you know, a good lifting strategy. This is what just works for me, and it has taken a lot of trial and error, and I'm still learning and I'm still making mistakes. But I don't want y'all to watch these videos and be like, okay, he's saying minimalistic shoes are helping get a higher cadence, I'm gonna go minimalistic. No, you gotta figure out what works for you. Like, that is what's, I feel like what is working for me, but it could also be that I am doing some foot strengthening work. I am doing some ankle mobility stuff. So it could be all of that working together, making my running what it is today. So please do not take this and say, this is what it is, we're gonna go do that. This is what's just working for me. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about the run first. So 6 miles, Mizuno NeoZen. This shoe is definitely on the top of my list with the Infinite Mega and the Mountain Coast R1. This shoe is definitely up there as my favorite runner as of right now. I say as of right now because I will be buying more running shoes, not anytime soon. I have so many that I have to get through. I actually have another pair of this shoe perfectly still in the box that I'm just waiting until something happens to this one to take that one out. So amazing shoe. We'll recap the stats real quick. So 6.25 miles, 58 minutes, 9:17 minute per mile average pace. My cadence was in the 187 for average and power 280, which is perfect for me. That's what I want. I realized when the last few weeks that I've been really working on higher cadence and lower power, I've been really realizing that my recovery's been better. The soreness and the pains kind of go away a little bit quicker. And it's just, I feel like I'm more fueled, more energetic for the day. I'm not putting so much intensity in that run. And this is one thing that I will tell you guys. The earlier you learn this, the better. Treat your runs easy, right? Easy runs easy, hard runs hard. I do one hard workout a week, which is usually my tempo or VO2 max day, which is on a Sunday. So those are my hardest workouts. The rest of the week, I am treating them as easy recovery, super slow mileage. All right, so we'll get back to the shoe. So I like this shoe for the coasting miles, right? So when I was just running at that average 9 minute per mile, 9:30, whatever it was pace, 9:17, this shoe felt great. It feels good when you're just cruising. The second I had to do the strides, they just felt a little sloppy in this shoe because, sorry y'all, my camera just cut out. But it doesn't have that pop to get me into that really nice stride. So it was just a little, I feel a little clunky on the strides when I was picking up the pace. But for the run, it's a great shoe. But yeah, y'all, I think my camera's overheating. Maybe that's why it's shutting off. But that's it, y'all. 6 miles in the books. Just wanted to set a massive disclaimer in the outro of this video. Should have did it in the intro, but I did it in the outro. We'll do it in the intro in another video, so you're gonna hear it again. But I don't want y'all, I want y'all to figure out what works for you, right? This is a study for me, a study for one. Yes, I have been going to those zero drop shoes and minimalistic shoes, but I have been doing a lot of strength in the foot and the ankle area to do that, right? So maybe it is that that's helping me. Maybe it is the different kind of gear that I wear. Maybe it is the toe socks that actually feel my toes coming off the ground. I don't know what it is, but the last few weeks have been very, very enjoyable in running. And also, I've been stopping worrying about the pace, and I've been just worrying about the effort, staying light, smooth, and easy, right? Those are the few things that I'm worrying about. fast will come along, but if I can keep easy and smooth, the fast will come along and it won't be as hard or intense as it used to be. So that's what I'm refocusing my running on. Keeping it light, keeping it easy, keeping it smooth, and then build the speed as the time comes along. But I'm also working on a lot of strength, a lot of body weight workouts, a lot of balancing stuff, a lot of isometric holds for the calf raises, things like that, to really build up the lower leg area. But we'll see what happens. This is like my journey, and yeah, I just wanted to set the disclaimer, talk about it, taking the days off for the next half marathon. But y'all, I gotta cut this video because the camera is giving me the temperature warning. So catch y'all later, next run. Peace.